everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Step by Step Love, Carol and Frank's Wild Ride. Today's episode is called From Jamaica with Love, and trust me, we're starting off with a bang. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new, and let's be honest, we're all new, thank you for checking out my podcast adventure. This series is where I break down some of TV's most unforgettable love stories, couple by couple, moment by moment. And in this series, we're diving straight into the whirlwind romance of Step by Step's very own Carol and Frank, two total opposites who somehow fell in love and got married faster than you can say Brady Bunch. Let's rewind the tape all the way back to where their story begins. We start off with Carol in her hair salon, telling her mom Ivy and sister Penny all about her trip to Jamaica. The two of them are curious. Did she meet any guys while she was there? Carol says no, but starts acting nervous and even blushes. Penny picks up on it right away, convinced Carol definitely met someone. And right on cue, Frank walks into the salon, totally unexpected, which makes Carol even more flustered. She hadn't told anyone what happened in Jamaica, and now here he is, standing in front of her. Thinking fast, she lies to her mom and sister, saying she and Frank are just going to make some coffee, and pulls him into the kitchen attached to the salon. Once they're alone, Frank, still riding the honeymoon high and head over heels for Carol, immediately starts making out with her. He even dips her back onto the kitchen island. But Carol shuts it down real quick. She tells him she wants a divorce. Frank's totally thrown. I mean, they've only been married for 36 hours. He even jokes that he's had dates that lasted longer than that. Carol, still in total panic mode, starts asking herself how she could have let this happen in the first place. She had no idea Frank was going to be on the same trip as her. He leans in for another kiss, and for a second, Carol wonders if maybe the universe brought them together, like maybe it was meant to be. But then Frank admits it wasn't fate. He actually asked her travel agent where she was going, and then booked the exact same trip. At first, Carol thinks it's kind of romantic that he went through all the effort, but then reality kicks in. She's only been cutting his hair for 3 months. That's it. The whole thing is a major red flag. Frank barely even knows Carol. They've never been on a date, and he decided to follow her on vacation. That's not cute. That's creepy. And don't get me started on the travel agent. When you share your personal info, it's supposed to stay private. They should have never given it out to him. Carol keeps thinking about how wild this all is. Their kids haven't even met yet. Like, how are they supposed to be married when your families don't even know each other? But Frank thinks he's got it all figured out. He says they can just fake it, pretend they just started dating, then get engaged, and later announce they're getting married after a normal amount of time has passed. Then Frank, still totally in the honeymoon phase, looks at her and asks, "Do you think 3 days would be long enough?" That moment says a lot. Frank's clearly head over heels for Carol, while Carol, who's more of a planner, is second guessing everything. When she does something impulsive, like getting married on a whim, she needs to pause and really think it through afterward. But that's when everything starts to fall apart. Frank brings his kids over to Carol's house so the families can finally meet. Carol's a total mess, stumbling over her words, trying to act normal, but it's obvious she's hiding something. And then there's Penny, Carol's sister, who's been suspicious from the start. When she asks Frank's daughter Al about her necklace, Al casually mentions it was a gift from her dad's trip, and that's when Penny starts putting two and two together. The families start bickering because of course they do. And in the middle of it all, Penny blurts out, "I bet you two still wish you were on vacation." And that's when Frank slips. Big time. Without even thinking, he blurts out, "We're already married." The secret's out. Carol is mortified. That's not how she wanted anyone to find out. But Frank, still all in and caught up in the moment, just lets it fly. That moment tells us so much about them. Frank is impulsive, emotional, and totally in love. Carol, on the other hand, wants to do the right thing. She overthinks, she second guesses, and when she acts on impulse, she usually regrets it later. The chaos of real life starts hitting fast. Frank tries to plan a nice romantic dinner out with Carol, just the two of them. You can tell he wants to slow things down a bit, maybe have a normal date for once. But Carol, she's committed to helping run the school dance on the same night he planned their dinner. So right off the bat, we're seeing the priorities clashing. Frank just wants one quiet night with his new wife Carol. Meanwhile, she's already doing the most, balancing work, the kids, school events, like she's been in this role forever. And that's what's so interesting about her character. She steps into responsibility mode so quickly, almost like she's trying to prove she can handle it all. But in the process, she forgets that she just got married. And poor Frank, the guy really tries. He sets up the dinner plans and keeps hoping Carol will go out to dinner with him. And poor Frank, the guy really tries. He sets up dinner plans and he keeps hoping Carol will go out to dinner with him. But she keeps postponing. She flip-flops a lot between being on the dance committee and canceling. Every time she cancels, Frank gets more excited, thinking their plans might actually happen, until she joins the dance again. They haven't had a second to just be together since they got home from Jamaica. And let's be real, the whole marriage started off in a whirlwind, so carving out couple time really matters to him. Plus, it shows that he still has the romance even after Jamaica. Eventually, Frank ends up going to the dance himself, just to see Carol. And it's honestly such a sweet moment. He's not there to get mad or guilt trip her, he just wants to dance with his wife. Carol's touched, but you can also tell she's feeling pulled in a million directions. And this moment really captures the heart of what they are up against. Two people who jumped into a life together without slowing down to figure out what that life would look like. It's not dramatic, it's not explosive, it's just real. They're newlyweds trying to balance romance with real world responsibilities, and already learning how easy it is to lose sight of each other in the chaos. That final scene, where they finally share a dance in the middle of the school gym, is honestly perfect. It's quiet, tender, and just what they both needed. A reminder that even with 6 kids, crazy schedules, and brand new marriages, they still like each other. But then, we start seeing deeper cracks form. Carol's always been someone who likes structure, especially now that their household is blending 2 families overnight. So when Frank shows up late for dinner, again, it's the final straw for her. She's been trying to keep things running smoothly, shared meals, coordinated schedules, family time, the works. But Frank, he's a little more go with the flow, and that's different, finally starts to create friction. That night, Frank and Carol are in bed. Frank is ready for some alone time, but Carol's working on a new rules chart. He asks her to stop and relax, but she insists on finishing them first. Frank is irritated when she tells him he'll have to follow the rules too, though she adds there's one he might like, lights out at 10. And here's where I wish things had gone differently. Frank is a go with the flow kind of guy, sure, but they could have been an opportunity for teamwork. I feel like Carol and Frank should have created the house rules together, something that showed compromise, that she's listening to him, that they're in this together. Instead, Carol made the rules all by herself, which, let's be honest, only adds to the tension. When it's time to go over the new rules, Frank's not totally against them. He just thinks Carol's trying to run their home like a boot camp. He pushes back in his own way, cracking jokes, but underneath all that, he's feeling a little boxed in. He got married on impulse, out of love, not realizing how quickly the spontaneity would get swallowed up by the structure. And then it hits a boiling point. Frank misses a sports game on TV because of Carol's new ticket system. And that's it. He loses it. They storm into the kitchen and get into a full-on fight. Frank calls her crazy and says he hates all the rules. He yells, "Your porch light is on, but no one's home. Your elevator doesn't go to the top floor." It's harsh, it's petty, but it's real. Frank's not just mad about the rules. He's mad about feeling like he doesn't have a voice in his own home. And Carol, who's been trying to create order, is blindsided that her structure is being seen as control. So where does that leave them? Honestly, right in the thick of it. Carol and Frank are still figuring out each other. They started with passion and excitement, but now they're learning what a real blended marriage looks like. It's messy and chaotic. It's full of missed moments and mismatched expectations. But under all that, there's still love. They're not a perfect couple, far from it, but that's what makes their story worth watching. It's not just about the romance, it's about whether they can build something real while navigating all the chaos that comes with blending two families. And trust me, this is only the beginning. Frank and Carol have a lot more ups and downs and unexpected moments ahead. So if you want to see how their relationship unfolds as we go forward, the good, the messy, and everything in between, make sure to come back for the next episode. You won't want to miss it.